Yo, what's up, boys? Here we go. Yo, what's up, everybody? I figured I would... Yo, what's up, boys? There we go. So we are live. Yeah, we're live. Hopefully everyone's having a good day. So I'm just going to rip through some bets on a bunch of different sports books. So the question is, which book do we want to start on? I'm going to keep these streams pretty tight. No, it's the holidays, but whatever. I wanted to get in the stream. Hopefully find some good plays for tonight. So let's see what we got. So only one NBA game tonight for the NBA Cup. Thunder Bucks. What's actually the money line for this game? Let's see. Let's see what the money line is, and then we can kind of rip through some plays. So I've said this before, but, you know, as a sports bettor, for even just one game, there's so many different things we can bet. There's all these player props. There's these first half spreads. Obviously, we want to zone in on the plays that have the best possible value. So the Thunder are minus 181 favorites, it looks like, on the money line. So minus 180, plus 180. But regardless, first half spread, obviously it's a big point spread, but you're getting plus 255. This is one of the alternate lines. And I mean, you know, you don't have a ton of other data points. It's not like this is a mainline market where you have dozens of other sports books posting odds. But like FanDuel has this plus 200, a 65-cent spread. All these books make money, you know, charging a spread called the VIG. So FanDuel has a 65-cent spread in their market. So what we can do is just remove the VIG. That's what you want to do to figure out, like, what is the fair odds? What is the true line with the VIG removed? So in this case, it would be plus 217, minus 217. Like, that's the fair odds if you squeak out the juice, if you get rid of the juice. So this seems solid. And then we have a bowl game tonight. So we could do a long shot parlay. You could run this as a straight bet. Doesn't really matter. I mean, I've said this before. If a bet's plus EV, it's going to be good to go in a parlay or a straight bet. But regardless, plus 255 seems like pretty crazy value. So maybe we run it with WVU. So we have West Virginia on the spread, minus 1.5. And I have no problem with this for tonight. So let's go here. Let's put a play together. And then I'm going to move on to a few other sports books. So this would come out to plus 1030 to plus 1,036 if we wanted to get aggressive, which we can do. How much will they let me bet? I guess 430. They have a max parlay payout. Like you can see, they tell you the max parlay payout is $5,000. So what I'm going to be able to bet, it seems like, is like, you know, whatever, 435 bucks. So this would be a beautiful little two-pick parlay to kind of start out the stream. And what I'm going to do next is I'm just trying to make sure this is working, no lag. Okay, perfect. So we got it locked in. What I do want to do is we have a PrizePicks taco coming in a sec. There's some discounts on Betr. Unfortunately, there should be a discount on SGA. I didn't get the discount. I feel like a lot of these discounts, they're just skimping me on. So there should be a discount most people have on SGA. I think they're reducing his line to 29.5. But again, I'm not getting access to it. But I'll build another better slip regardless. What is going on Chris Middleton? So let's see here. Let's go here. And let's see if we can put something. And then we have Alex Caruso. I don't know. It looks like some lines are moving around in the Bucks Thunder game. Like this play just popped up on PrizePicks. Alex Caruso over 2.5 rebounds. I mean, we could do a PrizePicks slip, but there's a taco discount coming. There's also some discounts on parlay play that we will look at, but fuck, dude. So maybe let's see. Maybe we are going to be able to get this in on PrizePicks. Alex Caruso. So it looks like some of these books just absolutely rip towards Caruso's over. But anyways, I got to stop getting distracted. So let's go here. Let's go here. Okay, my max odds are set correctly. And let's just see if we can, let's do a better slip. 21 minutes left for the Giannis discount. I already gave out a play for that, but whatever. Let's go over to Betr. So let's see if we can build a slip. So let me go here. Let me clear out all these other books, but Betr. This is another, like, you know, it's another PrizePicks competitor. So they also have this line up on Caruso. Again, I'm not sure if some lineup news just came out and Caruso's, you know, more likely to play more minutes or something. So let's start building the slip. Let's go here to Alex Caruso and let's start building this slip. Alex Caruso over 5.5 points. Damn, they already bumped him to 6.5. Fuck. So they already bumped him to 6.5. So let's see. So let's just build a slip. So we have Damian Lillard under 23.5 points. This is the first play I'm going to go with in my Betr slip. Again, the way that Betr works is it's a fixed payout sportsbook. It's kind of like PrizePicks. You take Dame's over, you take his under, you're going to get the same payout regardless. They're going to give you a 20x payout, you know, for a 5-pick entry. And I'm usually running 5-pick entries on Betr because that is the best type of slip when you kind of break down the math. So let's go to Connor Bedard over 0.5 point, so to record a point. So this is a second play with value on Betr. Again, there's so many lines available on Betr. So, you know, you're kind of looking for needles in the haystack on all these sports books. So you look at FanDuel, really sharp books like Pinnacle, right? Like, you know, Bovada only has a one-way market. DraftKings Bet Online is known to be a pretty sharp book. Like, all these sports books are telling you through their odds, through their betting market, that, hey, you know, Connor Bedard, he's a lot more likely to go over to record a point as opposed to under. So these two picks seem solid to start out the slip. And then we just need to see what else do we want to kind of throw into this bad boy. Because they bumped the play on Caruso. Could also take Dame under in points plus assists, but let's kind of go here. So let's see what we got. Let's go to here, and let's see if we can kind of finish this slip. Sorry, this is taking a sec. Hoy, what is going on? Here we go. So Alex Caruso, they already bumped his points line. Right? So let's go here. They also bumped his points plus rebounds line. So unfortunately, a few of these lines, you know, on Caruso, I don't know, they just bump them pretty quickly. But what we can do is we can kind of finish out this slip. We have Antonio Williams over 4.5 receptions. Again, this is in the Clemson game. Obviously, if you have the discount on SGA, I would include that. But what I want to do is I just kind of want to finish this slip quickly. I'm trying to rip through a bunch of books on this stream, and we'll do the next PrizePicks discount once it drops as well. So, like, for example, we have Justin Herbert under 235.5 passing yards. You can see, like, every other sportsbook, NFL prop lines are coming out for Sunday. They're all opening, you know, Justin Herbert at 227.5. So this is just right off the odds jam. You know, Fantasy Optimizer is just going to scan these books. Kind of point out line discrepancies, point out value in the market because all these sports books set their own lines. So we have 4 picks so far. You could just throw in the SGA discount and run this as you know, a little 5-pick entry. But what I want to do is just find one more pick that we can kind of include. One more pick that we can include to make this a 5-pick entry because that's the optimal type of slip. All these, you know, fantasy sites, Betr, Underdog Fantasy, they have slightly different payouts. So let's actually see what we got here. Because we may be able to do... Well, this works. So let's go to the NHL. And we have Kopitar under 0.5 an assist. So this is what I'm going to run. This is a 5-pick entry on Betr. You're getting a 20x payout. That's always what they're going to give you. I mean, it kind of looks like the most random slip ever, but that's always the case. I mean, you know, It kind of is always the case. Sometimes there's better value in the NHL. Obviously, today's a bit of a slow day. But if you look at like FanDuel, all these major sports books, again, you look at them kind of as a source of information. So where is player assists? So like Kopitar, right? LA Kings, FanDuel has his over at plus money at plus 108. So even though they're not like showing you odds on the under, the under is the favored outcome because they're giving you plus money, underdog odds on his over, right? They have his over listed at plus 108. That's underdog odds. If they had 40 cents of juice, the under would be priced at minus 148. If anything, they're probably juicing the over because they're not even offering a two-way market. So this seems solid. 5-pick entry on Betr that we could run. So let me get it locked in. 5-pick entry, you can run it as a perfect play. You can run it as, it doesn't really matter. Like for 5-pick entries, it's, did they remove something? Fuck, dude. Did they remove that college football pick? I don't think they did. So let me go back here. It was Antonio Williams. That was the college football pick. And they did remove it. Wow. So Antonio Williams, they already removed, but whatever, that's fine. I can replace it with Bo Nix under and passing attempts, which is, another play with value. It would have been nice to have more picks for tonight, but, it's just a kind of light slate. So let me get this locked in. 5-pick entry on Betr. They're actually only giving me a max bet size of $50. So again, here was the play. Let me just show every pick. They removed the college football pick, and here's what we have. And some states don't have college football. Like, you can't even bet on college football players. So, hopefully you're able to tail this. But what I want to do is, let's see what other books have value. I kind of bounce around from sportsbook to sportsbook. I mean, I say this all the time, but ideally you use a bunch of these books. Sometimes Underdog has good promos, good value. Sometimes they don't. So today they have a 50% profit boost, NBA only. So what we can do is we can just kind of put something together. So like the first play, for example, SGA. Bro, I feel like SGA, every time I bet is over, he cashes. So we have SGA over in points plus assists. That appears to be the line with the best value. So again, just like PrizePicks, you take SGA's over, under, you're going to get the same payout regardless. So if we go here to SGA points plus assists, I assume PrizePicks probably has the line higher, so they do. They have the line at 38. So the other DFS sites have SGA's line higher in the first place. And the sports books, the betting market, DraftKings, Caesars, FanDuel, these are multi-billion-dollar companies. They put literally tens of millions of dollars into their ability to set lines. And, Caesars has SGA's over a little more favored than FanDuel, but all these books, have his over favored. So this seems like a solid play to go with, especially given that we're getting a 50% profit boost. So then we have Giannis under 1.5 blocks. I say it all the time, but sometimes it's not where you expect. It's not always the obvious plays or the obvious betting markets that have the best value. And then we have Hartenstein under 27.5 PRAs, which pairs nicely with SGA, right? Only one guy can score points at the same time. So if SGA goes over, Isaiah Hartenstein, he's going to be more likely to go under. So this will come out to a 6x payout, but I should be getting a profit boost. So it's actually going to go up to 8.5x. Only a max bet size of $5, but SGA over 37.5 PAs. There's only one NBA game tonight, so you only have one option. And just kind of put something together. Only a max bet size of $5 on this promo, but whatever. Figured we would get something locked in. 50% profit boost, so play that shit. Play it. So there we have it. Oi. Again, these promos, man, easiest money you're going to make sports betting, so I always try to take advantage of them on this stream, which actually, speaking of promos, there's supposed to be a promo on Parlay Play, on SGA, and there is. There we go. So they're reducing his line to 26.5 points. So let's check it out. Let's see if we can find something to pair with it. So this is another book. I mean, again, I use kind of all these sports books. So we could just pair SGA. I mean, keep it simple. We're already on Giannis's over. Well, you know, we're not going to be able to play this because it's only one promo. You can include in the same slip, but what I can do is I can just go to Odds Jam. Let's just try to zone in on a pick with value. The issue is, you know, a lot of times the ones with the, you know, Nick Suzuki, this play also looks solid, but it's a promo, so we're not going to be able to include it. So let's see what we have here. Alex Caruso over. Doesn't really make much sense to pair. I mean, he's on the same team, only, you know, obviously this play we can't include. It's another promo. So we got to get a little creative here. We have Kyle Connor. We have Jackson, so they have started to post, or we could take Gus Edwards over in rushing attempts. I'm thinking, so that's a play for Thursday Night Football. Maybe we run it, Gus Edwards over in RAs, rushing attempts. So let's go here to Gus Edwards, and let's take his over in RAs. Again, sleeper, or sorry, this isn't sleeper, but this would be the play. Little two-pick parlay. Again, this is a fantasy platform called Parlay Play. You can't just run the SGA promo, otherwise I'd do that. You need at least two plays. It's a parlay-only sports book. But what I was going to say is, like, they put their odds in decimal format, so you can see they have Gus Edwards at a 1.94x payout. 1.94x, which just means, like, Odds Jam, I mean, you know, has an odds converter calculator. 1.94 means betting 100 to win 194, 94 in profit, which is the same as minus 106 odds. So, you know, that's exactly what you'll see on Odds Jam. It's just like a different format for odds. And how much are they going to let you bet? There's no way they're letting me bet $300 on this. No. Okay, so it says the max is $10. So whatever, I'll run it for 10. And I'm definitely not going to go blow my edge on roulette. So, okay, let's get out of here. And I mean, you know, the Giannis promo looks good. So does the Nick Suzuki one, but we'd have to find pairs. So let me go back here to Betr. So this is what we had on Betr. Herbert, it looks like they already bumped, and Damian Lillard, they already bumped. You could replace Lillard with the PA line. But let's see. Let's see if there's anything better. So they bumped Herbert from where his line was initially. Bedard is still there, right? So if you missed the first one, I mean, we might as well. There's so few games today, it's like might as well take advantage of what we got. But what I want to do is, let's see this here. Let's see if we can find one final pick to go with. And it does seem like there's some decent options. I mean, Trey Stewart under in rushing yards, 115.5. FanDuel, every other sportsbook opening him up 10 yards lower. So we have another college football play. Again, I'm going to try to move as quickly as possible. Under 115.5 yards. So this would be the 5-pick entry on Betr. 4 unders, 1 over on Bedard. I'm trying to fly through these picks. Dude, it's kind of nice having comments off. Don't have any degenerates bothering me for random sports books. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. So let's see here. And then we're able to get it locked in. So this would be the full play. And then I'm done with Betr for today. They only let me bet $100 per day. And I guess they limited me even lower, man, to $50 per slip. So 2 slips that we're able to get locked in. And also what I was going to say is there are some pretty crazy line discrepancies on some of these sports books for college football player props, I feel like these books just aren't watching their lines that quickly. Like, for example, you look right here, Memphis wide receiver, right? Anthony Landfear. I mean, Fliff has his line at 15.5. Okay. So let's go here. And let's see if we can put something together. I mean, again, I've said this before, but I'm pretty aggressive with my bets. I just put it, I'm a big believer in you want to place a bunch of bets. Every bet has an edge every single day, Treat it kind of like running a hedge fund. You want to place a bunch of bets. Every bet has an edge. Let the math work itself out. So let's go back here and let's see what we like for tonight. So we are looking at the Memphis game. So let's go to player props, receiving yards, and let's see if this line is actually available. I mean, again, just even scanning through these college football prop lines, like even for some of the upcoming bowl games, again, they're farther away, but there are some pretty crazy line discrepancies. But regardless, if you want to zone in on this guy, Landfear, Fliff has his line at 15.5. Every pick you ever bet, I ever bet, I want to make sure, okay, am I getting an edge in the market? There's all these multi-billion-dollar companies like ESPN that have really complex models. They're taking wagers from all these different sports bettors, adjusting their lines. If all the sharps are betting the over, the books will move their line higher. And you can see, okay, basically every other sports book has this line at least 6 yards higher. I mean, lines are kind of moving around too. So what we can do is try to get in another Fliff parlay. I mean, it's it's crazy, but you really never know which of these books. Sometimes Fliff is dry. Obviously tonight there's not a ton of games, but there is some good value. So when is this next PrizePicks? We got 5 more minutes till the next PrizePicks promo, so we'll kill some time. So like Chris Middleton, I'm already on his over in PRAs, points plus rebounds plus assists. But I mean, it's kind of beautiful, right? Like, you're getting minus 140 on Fliff. Every other book has this, DraftKings data point number 1. Granted, it's only a one-way market. Same thing with Bet Online, but Caesars has this at minus 194, 54 cents worse. Even if you don't use Caesars, it's a $10 billion company. You want to put some weight into their market, into the odds they're putting out. Minus 194, plus 139. It's almost arbitrage. It's almost a crossed market. I mean, it just looks like ridiculous value. FanDuel, not as aggressive as Caesars. That's how I think, right? We got DraftKings, Caesars, sharp books like Bet Online. Okay, Bet Online only has a one-way market, but all of these sports books, you put some weight into their odds. You get a sense of okay, what should the fair line be with no vig? So again, Caesars has their market, minus 194 favorite on the over, plus 139 on the under. So you remove the vig. All books make money by charging the vig. That's how sports books work. They have models, right? Teams of data scientists. They're taking all these bets, so they have access to flow. They're seeing where people are, betting, adjusting their odds accordingly. And they have models that spit out hey, here's what the fair odds are. Here's what the odds should be priced at. And then they just juice their markets. They add, a spread to their market because that's how books make money. So the fair line is minus 157 according to Caesars market, but then they juice their markets. Instead of giving you minus 157 plus 157, it's minus 194 plus 139. But regardless, this seems like a great line. It actually seems like there's a lot of value on this. More value than I would have thought on this game. Chinese basketball, whatever. Don't really want to bet on it. So this is just a simple little 2-pick parlay. College football, and NBA. 2-pick parlay. Okay, so PrizePicks discount should be coming out in a sec. You know, this happens all the time, like, you know, literally all the time. I mean, if a book is offering value on a player's points line, it's not surprising. Hey, there's also probably value on their points plus assist line. I mean, you look here, once again, it's like almost across market with FanDuel. Minus 180, plus 134. So, you know, if we go to a no-vig calculator again, which I'm not trying to dwell on. I was trying to keep this live stream tight. But we could also run his PA line, points plus assists, if you wanted to. This line has good value. Again, it just depends how aggressive do you want to get. Damn. And maybe the answer is pretty aggressive. I mean, this seems solid. Middleton over in points plus assists, so we could just run this as a straight bet. I mean, this play, I don't know how I missed it before. I probably don't have my max odds on OddsJam. Again, this tool, like, you can customize it. You can add in max odds. But all it's going to do is point out big value. All data, right? Like, where is their value between these sports books? Where is their value in the market? And again, like, this, I mean, I don't really want to keep betting on Chris Middleton, but 12 points. Fliff has this line at plus 240. Average line in the market is plus 161. I mean, bet online, again, it's only a one-way market, but they have this, I mean, literally like half as bad. So it doesn't matter if you use this sports book or not. I mean, you look at Fliff, it's like, damn, plus 240 seems pretty damn good. And it's also crossed. It's crazy. It's crossed with, so where is player points? Last bet on Chris Middleton. But this is crossed with FanDuel. So this is arbitrage. So if you go to the Bucks game and you go to player points, again, this is going to be an alternate line. Most sports books, they don't offer alternate lines, but hey, FanDuel and Fliff do. So like FanDuel has his under at minus 225. Fliff has his over at plus 240. So these two sports books have such different odds that you could literally bet the over on Fliff because they're so different, and then go over to FanDuel, hedge, bet the under at minus 225. Shit, man, I keep changing the odds by accident. And if you bet the max on Fliff, which maybe, you know, whatever, you're not going to do that, but you'd make a risk-free profit. So this is a crossed market arbitrage. And by definition, you know one of these two bets has to be profitable. His over at plus 240 or his under at minus 225. One of those two bets has to be plus EV because, again, it's a crossed market. It's arbitrage. You could literally bet his over on Fliff, his under on FanDuel, and guarantee a profit. So one of those two bets has to be plus EV. And honestly, you look at the other sports books as data points, and it, you know, becomes pretty clear. Like, yeah, I mean, I think the value's on the Fliff side. They're literally the only book offering above plus 190. So it's a crossed market. You could just go over to FanDuel if you use FanDuel and hedge and guarantee a profit, but I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is try to find something to pair it with. So let's go here, and what I want to do is let's see if there's any other, you know, great lines that are available that ideally don't relate to Chris Middleton. So this play, for example, I mean, Fliff like barely has Western Kentucky favored on the first half spread. Minus 120, minus 115. DraftKings, Bovada, Bodog, Pinnacle, like all these other books have Western Kentucky as much bigger favorites. I mean, this pains my heart a bit because I do love JMU football, but this game's at 2:30 tomorrow. But I mean, the value is undeniable. You could also obviously just run this Middleton play as a straight bet. Again, like, parlays are fun. If a bet's plus EV, if a bet's profitable plus EV, it's going to be plus EV. It's going to be profitable in a parlay, a straight bet, whatever. But anyways, what we can do is we can get this locked in. And then what I want to do is see what the next PrizePicks discount is. So again, Middleton over 11.5 points. That play had crazy value. So I'm very reactive
Fliff,
as a sports
home,
bettor. By that I mean
cellular,
you know, I don't wake up and know what I want to bet on.
Try again. 2.
What is this doing?
A beast. Try again. Try again. Try again.
Yeah.
Passcode. Cupertino. 57. App switch. Fliff. Act. Voiceover off.
Dude, this new phone is weird as shit. Okay, so let's go to PrizePicks and let's see what the next discount is, and I'll run a slip. Oh, baby. NHL, usually I feel like it's goalie saves, and what a surprise it is. Sean Montembeault, over 21.5 saves. He's gone over 4 out of the past 5. So, we got different options. I mean, the easiest, pairs for these PrizePicks tacos, especially if you're trying to move quickly, do all these promos, is usually just, correlating main receiver, main QB. For example, if you think, if Seth Hennigan goes under, then Rock Taylor's a lot more likely to go under. Rock Taylor's his main target. So, PrizePicks, you just got to be careful about payout shifts. But again, PrizePicks, any 3-man, so it doesn't matter if you, this would make no sense. This would be the worst slip in PrizePicks history. They're going to give you a 5x payout if you take Hennigan's over or his under. You're still getting a 5x payout. They don't price in correlation. To some slip types. I mean, they will occasionally, right? They will occasionally add in, so Rock Taylor, for example, on FanDuel, if you take both unders, you're getting plus 159. FanDuel has the same odds on Taylor's over and his under, but if you switch him to an over, they literally double the payout on your parlay to plus 327. So FanDuel prices in correlation into their same game parlays. PrizePicks doesn't. I mean, sometimes they'll add a payout shift, so you obviously got to be careful about that, but in general, they're not doing that. So they're not pricing in correlation. So we got 3 picks, and then we just need to find, okay, what are some other plays that we're in love with? So we're already doing college. I'm kind of doubling down on this. So again, Odds Jam, it's just data. It's just data from these books. So you look here at David Gaussman. So this is in the Kansas State game. All the other sports books. So where is this beauty? Nope. Damn, they already bumped his points line to 12.5. So we missed it. So what I want to do is, I'm thinking now. Three picks. Honestly, I don't mind this fantasy score. Wallace, fade Wallace. Carson Wallace under in fantasy score, under 20.5 fantasy score. He's been hot. Or Brooke Lopez. There's also some esports lines, but again, I'm trying to keep these streams tighter. Move quick. Get in good bets. Move on with my life. So, again, 10x payout, no payout shift. If you try to add in a 5th pick, they will add in a payout shift. They will add in a payout shift. So, let's get this locked in. Again, simple 4-pick entry for PrizePicks Taco Tuesday. If you already tailed my Twitter slip, I mean, I don't know. You can find some different picks, but that's definitely the best correlation you're going to find for tonight. Again, 73.5 divided by 265 half. Rock Taylor is, 28% 8% of Hennigan's line. So the correlation's pretty strong. Like, you wouldn't want to do this with Damir Blanksamy. You wouldn't want to correlate. You know, his line is only 43.5, which is 16% of Seth's line. So the correlation's not as strong. So correlation is best when, like, a wide receiver's line is really high in relation to their QB. So, like, Sutton and Nix is a good example. And obviously it works in both directions. You could take overs, you could take unders. Doesn't really matter. So let's go back here. Again, this Middleton line still available. They're just, like, not budging. So Dame Lillard, crossed market, arbitrage. You could bet the over on FanDuel, under on Fliff, make a profit. Obviously, this is a very small arbitrage bet. It's only crossed by 1 cent, minus 104, plus 105. But the point is either the under at plus 105 or the over at minus 104. One of those two bets has to be plus EV, has to be profitable. Because again, you could bet the over, you bet the under, you can make a risk-free profit. So one of those two bets has to be plus EV whenever the market's crossed.
Voiceover on. Apps. Fliff. Active.
Sheesh. So let's go back to Fliff.
Next widget. Weather.
If
Cupertino,
I'm able to.
57 degrees Fahrenheit. Mostly sunny. Voiceover off.
So where is this, baby? So what we can do is, again, just data-oriented sports betting, is we have Dame Lillard under 6.5 assists. And I'll just run this as a straight bet. I mean, it's a simple straight bet. Keeping it simple. And it seems solid. So anyways, hopefully you guys, were able to tail a bunch of bets on this stream. I'm trying to think if there's anything I didn't do. I mean, we did Underdog Fantasy. They have a promo. Dabble. It kind of depends. Like, sometimes there's great value. Sometimes there's not on all these sports books. So Chris Middleton is going to definitely be the play of the day. Hopefully he doesn't shit the bed. Dabble, is there anything? Nah, there's just, like, not a lot of value. So I would give out a dabble slip, but there's just not much value. But anyways, appreciate everyone who tuned in. DM me questions on Twitter anytime about, any plays. And obviously, appreciate it. Appreciate the support. And thank you.